Howdy boys, it's MPC, and in today's video we're going to be customizing the Lampadati Komoda, which is based on the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. It has a super long name. I'm really excited to customize this thing because I don't think I've ever customized one before, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. So hopefully it can add itself into the free mode driver lineup. First up is the armor and brakes, and then for our front bumpers, looks like we have 13 options total. Pretty decent amount. Oh, wow, very race-like. I'm not sure I like that so much. I do like the carbon extended splitter. What's the difference between this and the street one? Oh, I guess it's just the shape a little bit. I almost, maybe I like the street one a little more. It's a little smaller, more compact, so I think we're gonna go with that instead. For the rear bumper, see, we've got some fins on the back. We have to have some canards. I would like to add a splitter. I think I like the stock bumper, but I guess we'll add some fins onto it. Not sure if I'm a huge fan of it. I don't think the car needs fins like the EGT, for example, because it's pretty wide down here. It's almost like a strong jawline, but we'll try it out. Worst case, we can always change that. Engine upgrade, we're gonna max that baby out. For the exhaust, oh, that's big. I don't know, part of me thinks the dual squared exhausts are really cool, and the other part thinks it's really lame. I almost want to leave the exhaust stock because they're just kind of like big bores, but I guess the oval kind of accomplishes the same thing, so we're gonna go with that one instead. Fills out the back nicely, and there's a place for it too, so seems like it's decently ingrained into the car. For a hood, I like the indents right there. That's nice. Not that one. That one looks too much like an eyebrow, because there's already this huge vent on the front. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to go for one of those options that we just saw. It looks like it's the street options. We could go with the carbon one. I feel like this car it's like a more high-end car. That's the vibe that I'm getting from it. So let's just give it a nice clean build, I think, is the way to go. So we're going to go with the primary street hood. Lights, we're going to zine on that. And for livery, I don't know if this is supposed to be a race car. It seems like it's got a lot of customization options that are like meant for it to be, but it doesn't really look like a race car because it's so tall. So I don't know, I'm a little confused, I guess. Maybe we'll come back to the livery later on. I'm not really vibing with anything right now. For our mirrors, we can go with carbon on that. I think that'd be a nice little color addition. Mudguards. I don't know. I like mudguards. I think it's a little more unique. Let's do black rubber mud flaps. That looks cool. For our plate, we're going to go with the yellow on black and onto our color. The orange looks pretty nice, but I am thinking that we could go with like a classier color. We could work with a brown on this. I feel like we could work a brown. I'm very tempted to try. I think it would look good. Candy red looks amazing on this car as well, but I do want to try a brown. I think it would look super cool. Sienna brown. I like the maple brown a lot, and I think we're gonna throw in the maple brown pearlescent as opposed to the saddle brown. It just gives it a little bit of a deeper color. I like it. For secondary color, what does that change? Anything that we can see? It does not look like it actually, so we'll leave it for now. For a roof, looks like we have several options. We could throw a carbon roof onto it. But then I feel like it takes away from the cleanliness of it. So I think we're gonna have to keep a primary colored roof. We could go with some vortex generators, but then with the fin, that looks whack as hell. I think I just want to leave the stock roof. I'm not digging any of these, like the vents or anything. Definitely not the vortex generators. If we could take off the fin and just do vortex generators, I'd consider. But we have to have that fin there, so we're gonna skip out on a roof option. For skirts, that's super clean. I dig the carbon skirt quite a bit. This is a cool option if it didn't have that fin. I think I am gonna go with the carbon skirt though. Very nice black trimming around the car. Looks super cool. For spoiler, probably throw on like a lower spoiler is my guess. 25 spoiler options is crazy. Oh my god, Rockstar went sicko mode with this. Okay, at least they understand that this is supposed to be a low spoiler. What is that? I don't understand what's going on here. It looks like there's an indent in the back, but then from the front there is no indent. Weird, very strange. The bolt-on, no. I like the shape. There's a little cutout, but I don't like the attachment part. Yeah, okay, it's gonna have to be one of the smaller lips. I think just the primary short lip looks really good. Or you know what? The small lip, the one that I was just making fun of, actually looks quite good. Because from the back, it's not like you can really tell that there's an issue anyway, so whatever. Just ignore that. For the suspension, we could drop it all the way. I feel like we need to keep it raised ever so slightly. Keep it like a classier street car. It shouldn't be slammed. I think street suspension works. Maybe sport suspension. I'm thinking sport suspension fits it a little bit better actually. Because the car is just so tall. It's got a high sea level. For the transmission turbo, we're gonna max it out, and then for wheels, I'm sure there are gonna be some fantastic looking rims in this vehicle. It's just a classy vehicle. I feel like something with thicker spokes would look good. Mercies look amazing. Oh, if I had this rim unlocked, I would totally throw this one on. Forged Star. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. It could go with something with a lot of spokes, or just like a simple like 5, or I guess these are kind of doubled up, so it looks like 10 spokes, if you know what I mean. Like the lines going out from the center to the lines that fill out the radius part. These ones don't look bad. I'm kind of digging the high 5s. I want to check street one more time because I think wild wagons do look pretty cool. It's just very race-like is the only issue. It definitely needs rims that are a little, how do I say it, more like bulkier spokes so that it fills out the car more, because if they're too skinny, then the car, because it's already so like bulky looking, it looks too much like a box. Like these, it looks like a box. But these, this is the guy who hits leg day and this is not. I really like the carbon solars actually. We're gonna go with that one. For a wheel color, I think we probably just black those out unless there's like maybe like a gold trimming that we could match it with. Dark copper, that looks kind of clean. Maybe even the, oh, that's not white, that's desert tan. That's cool. I think something that makes the rim pop a little more would look really good. We could do white. I think that looks super cool. It just gives it a nice little touch. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Or I like the desert tan a little more. It's less hard on the end. For tires, we're not gonna throw in a tire design. Bulletproof tires for sure though. We're gonna leave the tire smoke stock because it is a classy vehicle, and then for windows, because it's classy, we are gonna limo tint it. Yep, that's definitely the way to go. I'm actually gonna change the front bumper to this slightly bigger carbon one. It needs a bigger like front section to balance out the canners in the back. And I think we are gonna leave those on, because otherwise the car just doesn't feel like it has all that much to it. So it's kind of like a clean street build. I guess that's what we ended up with. A little less classy than I would have liked, but I'm happy with the result nonetheless. So let's take it out. All right, little sound test for you guys. Yes, this car sounds so good. Oh my god, that is music to my ears. That's pretty much how I see the Komoda. It's just a vehicle that sounds really good. I don't think its performance is anything outstanding, but it sounds so cool. And in general, cool sounding cars just make for a better driving experience. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what's up with the handling, but I keep sliding the back end out, and I'm not sure if it's just because we're on this hill or what, but oh my god. Okay, it's not just me. The car's tail end does like to kick out quite a bit. I guess you could make it a drift car if you're prepared for that. The back end to kick out all the time. I think for racing, it seems like it would get really annoying. It's not the worst thing in the world. Like, you can definitely recover from it, but it's a little strange. It is a little strange to just have to have that on your mind all that time. You'd probably lose a lot of speed for that, so I don't think the Komoda is super viable for racing. It does seem like we're going pretty quick though, in a straight line. I think the top speed of this car is pretty high actually. If I remember correctly, it should be around 130, maybe a little under that. Here's a little off the line test for you guys. It's not. It just seems very average. That was a pretty average takeoff. It wasn't anything special, but it wasn't slow either, so it's kind of whatever. If you guys are looking to grab one of these, you can find it on the 4-door section of Legendary Motorsport for $956,000 if you have the trade price unlocked. Otherwise, it's going to be $1.275 if you don't, while it's on sale. If you guys are watching this after it's on sale, it's going to be $1.275 for its trade price and $1.7 if you don't have it unlocked. Is this vehicle worth your money? I think so. I think especially while it's on sale. It's a nice free mode driver. It can seat 4 people, which is pretty cool. Sounds absolutely amazing. Looks amazing as well. I guess I'm just a little confused about whether or not it's supposed to be a race car, because all of the customization options seemed like it was directed towards it being a race car, but it doesn't really look like a race car. And then when it actually comes to racing, it doesn't handle like a race car either. It handles more like a drift street car. I would say it's a fun vehicle if you're getting it for that purpose. I think if you're just trying to get a convenient car from going to point A to point B, having like really good handling, I probably would skip out on it because the back end just kicks out a little too much for my liking. But if you want to just drift it for fun, especially while it's on sale, if you can grab it for under $1 million, like you have the trade price unlocked, for sure worth it. But that's going to wrap it up for this customization. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Comment down below and let me know what you thought of my build. I thought the brown turned out pretty nicely. Very clean looking vehicle. Sub to the channel if y'all are new. There will be more content like this coming out in the future. And that's about it. So take care and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.